The ATF just sent a disturbing email to one of GOA's members. Their claim that putting a pistol brace on a pistol creates a short-barreled rifle. But wait a second, I thought we've already been down this road with this lawless agency. In fact, I seem to remember that several federal judges have ordered ATF not to enforce its pistol brace ban theories against American gun owners. Clearly, the ATF thinks that it's above the law. Today, I'm going to detail ATF's disturbing message to our member and GOA's response. Hi, I'm Ben Sanderson, and you're watching the Minuteman Moment. But before we get into the video, I wanted to take a second to remind you, if you haven't already, to sign up for GOA's alerts. Our alerts are free and will help you keep up with all that's going on during this sure-to-be busy season of Congress, and on the local and state levels as well. So sign up today with the link in the description. Okay, now back to the video. On December 11th, 2024, a GOA member sent an email to ATF seeking clarification about the status of pistol braces. Our member's email reads as follows. Dear ATF, I recently purchased a CZ Scorpion Mini Plus pistol and am considering installing a pistol brace. However, I've encountered conflicting information regarding whether this modification would require the firearm to be registered as an SBR. Could you please provide clarification on the applicable regulations? Thank you for your assistance. The next day, ATF's Firearm Industry Programs Branch, or FIPB, wrote back. FIPB's response is worrying, to say the least. Federal law requires a pistol with an attached stabilizing brace or stock be registered as a short-barreled rifle, SBR. The ATF email then pauses to acknowledge ATF's pistol brace rulemaking, admitting that federal courts have found the rule unlawful and have enjoined its enforcement. In fact, as ATF acknowledges, one district court has even vacated the pistol brace rule. No problem, says FIPB. Even though ATF can't enforce the rule, it still has authority to enforce the statute, i.e. the National Firearms Act and the Gun Control Act. And according to ATF, this cutesy word game allows it to sidestep the rulings of several federal courts that have ordered ATF not to enforce its pistol brace theories against gun owners. And if that's not concerning enough, ATF claims that a firearm designed and intended to be fired from the shoulder that meets the statutory definition of a short-barreled rifle contained in the NFA, regardless of what is used as a stock, must be made and transferred in accordance with the statutory requirements of the NFA. It seems like ATF is claiming that, pistol brace rule or not, it's considering any firearm with a brace, or even anything similar to a brace, to be an SBR. Especially troubling is FIPB's use of the phrase, regardless of what is used as a stock. Is this broad enough to reach anything that could be pressed against your shoulder? Are buffer tubes for AR-15s now considered stocks? Safe to say, ATF's troubling email to this GOA member raised a ton of questions, and so, on behalf of gun owners nationwide, we demanded answers. This Monday, GOA Senior Vice President Eric Pratt sent an email to acting ATF Chief of the ATF's FIPB, Matthew Scheer, asking for answers to our questions and seeking a response by yesterday, January 8th, 2025. But our email was ignored, and so we decided to elevate our request to ATF's leadership. So yesterday, GOA's Eric Pratt sent a second inquiry to Andrew Lang and James Vaughn, both Deputy Directors of ATF, along with Megan Bennett, ATF's Assistant Director for Enforcement Programs and Services. GOA's letter first draws attention to FIPB's newfound claim that any brace, when attached to any pistol, magically becomes a short-barreled rifle. This is an alarming change in position by ATF, which has never publicly announced or even claimed by DOJ lawyers during litigation. In fact, FIPB's ridiculous new position goes further than even the ATF's final rule on braces, which claimed that nearly every, but not every, pistol with a brace could be an SBR. GOA also points out that, in addition to being more expansive than the rule itself, ATF's new position places the agency in violation of numerous court orders, including the injunction issued in our case in the Southern District of Texas, where the judge ordered the ATF's expansion of NFA liability not extend to the members of GOA. And, as GOA's letter notes, because it was the ATF braces rule that rescinded years of letters approving of the use of braces on pistols, the fact that a court has since vacated the rule means that ATF's prior braced weapon classifications are back in effect, never having been lawfully rescinded. So, after pointing out all of ATF's hypocrisy, GOA letters gets to its demands. First, we demand immediate clarification that FIPB's email to our member does not represent ATF's official position on the issue, but rather was sent in error. Second, we demand ATF's strong assurances that a pistol equipped with a stabilizing brace does not make it a short-barreled rifle automatically. Third, we demand ATF's guarantee that it intends to comply with the district court orders enjoining the enforcement of the pistol brace rule. Specifically, that ATF should not be classifying firearms equipped with braces at all, until the courts provide further guidance, including in GOA's case. GOA's letter then demands that ATF, specifically Assistant Director Bennett, to send her response no later than the close of business on January 14th, 2025, so next Tuesday. GOA's letter ends with this. A final point bears emphasis. It is difficult to imagine FIPB's novel interpretation of the NFA, an unprecedented attempt to circumvent the orders of several federal district courts, surviving the imminent turnover in presidential administrations, and forthcoming confirmation of a new ATF director. To the contrary, lawless actions like these stand out like a sore thumb for those, like GOA, who seek to stamp out government weaponization and corruption wherever it exists. It's always good to let these tyrannical bureaucrats know that we have our eyes on them and we're going to hold them accountable. Now, President Trump takes office on January 20th, and he's already promised to rescind these tyrannical pistol brace ban within his first week.
The so-called pistol brace rule, which orders law-abiding citizens to register or surrender guns with certain equipment. You know that. Many of you are forced to do it. I don't know. Is everybody doing it as per their demand? Who in this group has done it? There's a hand way back there. And now Biden is trying to ban all private gun transfers in the United States with the stroke of a pen. Let's ban them all. Under a Trump administration, all of those Biden disasters get ripped up and torn out. My first week, but maybe my first day in office, okay? Maybe my first.
It's important that gun owners remind President Trump about his promise to repeal these ATF rules, and ATF's latest fit demonstrates exactly why urgent action is needed. Fights like these also show why now it's more important than ever to get a pro-gun director into ATF. This is an upcoming nomination where GOA will be fighting tooth and nail for the right candidate to halt ATF's constant targeting of law-abiding gun owners. Of course, we can't forget that all this is happening in the first place because of the flawed and unconstitutional National Firearms Act. GOA is currently working with Congress to delist suppressors, SBRs, and more from the NFA. And those are just a few steps into abolishing the NFA entirely. Without the NFA, this pistol brace rule and the legal liabilities imposed on law-abiding citizens wouldn't exist in the first place. We'll keep you updated on this situation as it develops. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you for watching.